evening. I don't know why, but I keep getting my head kicked in. So this bloke said to me, he said, can you tell me your availability to run a football team in Sheffield? I said, I can't manage Wednesday. I saw a football game that came on like that. It was Charleston Athletic. So I watched a football match in Japan. At the end, they started doing martial arts. I said to the bloke next to me, I said, what's going on? He said, there's 2 minutes of ninjury time. And then a referee walked in. I thought it was all going to kick off now. So Eric Bristow came up to me. He said, how come you put super glue on one of my darts? I said, you just can't let it go, can you? Pull the hair off. So I was working in a health food shop. This bloke walked in. He said, evening Primrose Oil. I said, Mr. Vine to you. He said, saw your chunks? I said, you should have been looking. You see, the advantage of easy origami is twofold. Exit signs, they're on the way out, aren't they? Velcro, what a rip-off. Come on. So I was in this horse race, I was like that. I was disqualified for punching a horse in front. Got up the finishing line, got hit in the eye by an apple seed, pipped at the post. Do you ever get that when you're halfway through eating a horse and you think to yourself, I'm not as hungry as I thought I was? Anyway, I'd like to start tonight by telling you a little bit about my personality. I'm a very private and secretive person. That's it, really. And during the Second World War, my grandfather couldn't stop scribbling. He got hit by the doodlebug. And when I was in Vietnam, this fortune teller came up to me. He was on fire. He was a napalm reader. So this bloke said to me, he said, Tim, he said, as a young boy, was your mother very strict with you? I said, let me make one thing absolutely clear. My mother was never a young boy. And I went to Pizza Express. I said, give me an American hot. Next thing I know, a big fat guy, Hawaiian shirt, can somebody open a window? I saw a sign that said, watch out for our new menu. I looked round and hit me in the face. I ordered dessert. He gave me tiramisu and a blindfolded horse. I said, no, mascarpone. And Dale Winton came up to me. He said, Tim, can I ask you a question? I said, sure. He said, are you any good at impressions? I said, no. No, please. I've got a lot to get through. Don't start that. And now the big highlight of the show. There it is. But ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time for a bit of music. And let me just tell you this. I'm actually totally deaf. And I never thought I'd hear myself say that. And my favourite composer is Handel, who later teamed up with Hinge and Brackett to form the Doors. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time, I think, to sing a song. I'm going to sing you a song. This song is called Alarm Bells. Hit the music, please. Thank you very much. When a man wears trousers, he's still a man. When a girl wears trousers, she's still a girl. When your dad wears lipstick, alarm bells. Alarm bells, alarm bells. When the roller coaster's fast, it makes you feel high. When the roller coaster spins, the world whizzes by. When there's blood on the seats, alarm bells, alarm bells, alarm bells. When an airline pilot says fasten your seatbelts, that's all right. When he says there's a bit of turbulence, it's just part of the flight. When you overhear him say, what does that line mean? Alarm bells, alarm bells, alarm bells. In your life there are sights and smells, but listen out for those alarm bells. For example, I am now a quarter of the way through my act. Alarm bells, there they are, ladies and gentlemen. So this bloke said to me, he said, Tim, he said, did you know Marie Osmond is about to appear in the world's worst film? I said, Warner Brothers. He said, I already have. So I went to the record shop. I said, what have you got by the doors? He said, a bucket of sand and a fire blanket. My mum and dad are complete opposites. You couldn't hope to meet two such totally different blokes. My local police chief does a talk on heroin, so you can't understand any of it. Do you know, I was mugged recently. I was at Victoria Station, and I was mugged, and I burst into tears. And a policeman came up to me. He said, I'm fining you £10. I said, for crying out loud. He said, yes. So I went to the cinema. I saw a very sad film, and the bloke behind me suddenly started wailing. I got hit in the back of the head with the harpoon. But you know, I love reading. At the moment, I'm reading My Life by Bill Clinton, which freaked me out because I didn't know he knew anything about my life. And this bloke said to me, he said, I've got bubonic plague. I said, don't give me that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll leave you with this. Well, I didn't bring it with me. Today I had dinner with my boss and his wife, and it was a complete disaster. My boss's wife said to me, she said, Tim, how many potatoes would you like? I said, I'll just have one. She says, all right, you don't have to be polite. I said, all right then, I'll just have one, you stupid cow.